The clock strikes midnight. The day started quietly in this town of 5,000 people. By nightfall, the population has swelled to 10 times that size. A poster provides a clue. It advertises a popular local interactive software game called Cicada Season. The game, set in 1983 in the fictional hamlet of Hinamizawa, concerns a series of mysterious deaths. More than 20,000 websites are devoted to the mystery. This is the game's creator. With a new product set to launch at the end of December, he is busy with last-minute preparations.
A deadline is not something you can miss. You must make it.
The first game was released in 2002. A sequel has followed every 6 months. The game's popularity has spread through game shops and the internet. Despite the fact that the inventor self-published and privately distributes the game, a remarkable 100,000 units have been sold. This is the town where the game was created and first became successful. This is Akihabara.
自由喫茶にとって秋葉原って何ですか？
そうですね。
Recently, Akihabara has been the focus of worldwide attention. Known as Akihabara Electric Town, Akihabara transformed itself post-war to become known as a home electronics capital. Then, in the 1990s, people called the otaku, or tech geeks, dramatically changed the character of the town.
This town's autonomy can be traced to the free-spirited energy and creativity of its citizens.
Relatively unknown people with certain technical hobbies began amassing in one location, and in their small way brought the town greater exposure.
December 11th, a busy Sunday. People venture out to spend their winter bonuses and do Christmas shopping. 7 cameras follow the town and various individuals as they go about their day. This is a town that attracts both the fanatics and the tech geeks. Spend a day with us as we unravel the mystery of Akihabara. The game has begun. A young man awakens to the syrupy, sweet voice of a young girl.
Good morning.
Ikki Motohara, 20 years old, looks like an ordinary college student. But in Akihabara, he's famous for his obsession with pretty young female anime characters. His walls and ceilings are covered with images of these girls. Every inch of his small room is plastered. His monthly living expenses are $850. But because he keeps buying girl character merchandise, his daily food budget is $4.
Often I forget to eat.
The characters may all seem similar, but not to Motohara.
Each girl has a different name. This one is Yamashina Miyako. This one is Watarai Asuka. They all have different personalities. Not really, not now. What do you mean? I can't stand this. Let's go.
He's upset. The stores are ready to open. The radio center under the elevated railway is the first to open its shutters. Akihabara was an important transportation hub before the Second World War. After the war, various stalls and wholesalers set up businesses beneath the elevated railways. Initially, vocational students assembled radios as part-time jobs. Sales took off, and other stores began to sell electronic parts and radios. In 1950, about half of the stores were dealing in items that ran on electricity, forming the basis for the name Electric Town. The radio center was established in 1950. This parts store located in it opened the same year. Koichi Shimayama's family owns the business, so he works here.
Okay, it's done.
Electrical appliances are packed into every nook and cranny of the 6-foot square space.
These bulbs for classroom start at 31 cents. And these are sockets.
The store opens at 9:30. While there are bigger stores lining the streets, it is the small shops like this that draw the tech geeks.
プッシュはちっちゃいのないんですよね。真ん中でオフでしょこれ。それは真ん中オフで。こういうラジオセンターとかはいつ頃からいらっしゃった？もう
I've been coming to Akihabara close to 20 years because the bigger stores don't carry this.
やっぱり来ちゃいますよね。
お、これ3ボルトくらいですか？
大丈夫ですよ。プラスマイナスはありますからご存知かと思うんですけど。
お、そんなのがあるわ。
ええ。
まあつけてみればわかる。
そうですそうです。はい、すいません。はい。180。今日は何のお買い物にいらっしゃる？
八甲田用の孫のクリスマスプレゼントに。うん。
Okay if the machine crashes when the record's broken. Just push it to the limit.
This is Ohashi. On the weekends, he buys computer parts on the back streets of Akihabara. Like others here, he plans to set a new world record.
Too bad it's not 512 megabytes.
An overclocker is fussy about numbers.
10 kilo ohm.
The heart of a computer, the CPU. A bargain is to be had.
This is lot number 146. I just saw 148.
Lot numbers can tell when and where the CPU was made.
I'm surprised this is still for sale.
Expectations for setting a world record grow. "10:30 a.m. The fanatics begin lining up in front of the stores.
イベントのチケット予約。
限定で安売りするんで今日は。
それで来たんですか今日。
秋葉原広いんで、こういうのは
Motohara is here too.
Akihabara is a battlefield.
These guys, who usually hang out in their rooms all day, risk their lives to come here to buy the latest software or limited edition merchandise. Motohara suddenly squats down.
It's like a magnet. I'm irresistibly attracted. I'm a little embarrassed by my hobby. Here they are.
It's the pretty girl figurines he's wanted for so long. He picks them up and examines them closely.
This figurine is well made. The hair is smooth and natural. The uniform has an even coat of paint. It is very well made, and I'm satisfied. I've been saving my money to buy this.
Motohara only buys items that appeal to his sense of smell or touch.
Oh no, I think I just saw something I shouldn't have. This is dangerous. A cuddle pillow with pretty girl images. $180. What the heck? I'll buy it.
He doesn't regret how much he spends on the things he desires.
It's okay.
Young girls in maid costumes appear on the street. They are promoting the Maid Cafe. This year alone, 20 stores have opened. There are more than 500 waitresses working in this town. Miss Ichika is one of those waitresses.
I hand out flyers to those who look in my direction. This is my maid uniform.
This is her store. Long lines can form outside popular stores located in the alleys of Akihabara. The appeal of this store is its unique-looking waitresses. Today's theme is ears. Miss Hinana is playing a sexy character. Miss Kakera is the...
I think I'm more like a little animal.
She is playing the role of a mythical creature. Then there's Miss Ichika. She's one of the few educated waitresses in Akihabara. She's studying law at a prestigious university. The store isn't even open, and already there's a line out front.
Yes, I have several favorites, but basically, I like them all, DD. DD stands for Dare Demo Daisuki. I like them all.
The three of us are happy seeing the maids, the uniform waitresses, and imagining that they are our girlfriends. They are yummy. You know what I mean.
This looks like a normal tea shop, but why does it attract the tech geeks? Why do these women work here? The answer will soon become apparent. The last person to arrive in Akihabara is this person, Dragon Knight 7, the creator of the game Cicada Season. In Akihabara, a secret network for tech geeks has been posted and circulated. This is a comic book market where aspiring authors can sell their work and buy that of their colleagues. Finally, their works are sold at used bookstores and game stores. In the 1990s, many stores selling geek magazines opened. Major manufacturers and the media come to Akihabara looking for the next big hit. This is a specialized software store for the Tech Geek network. He is currently checking the status of pre-orders.
We've started making it possible for customers to pre-order online. Things are going well.
Cicada season is featured as the store's most popular product. At first, he started playing games as a hobby when he wasn't working. He visited stores hoping to get his games stocked. His first work only sold 50 units.
I was a nobody at first, and I was rejected by half of the major stores on Main Street.
Since that time, his works have been published as a comic book and CDs, and next year will be aired as TV anime.
Everybody has creative ideas in their heart, but they lack the know-how and means to bring them to life. Akihabara is the town where creative ideas are launched. Creative ideas don't always have to be released through industry or companies. Individuals, even when faced with difficulty, can have a hand in creating a town like Akihabara.
Noon. Akihabara's main street is a pedestrian mall. There are manga and anime idols performing in costume and promoting their work. The neighborhood association is holding a traditional rice pounding event on the back streets.
This is the last batch.
Soihiro Neighborhood Association holds a rice pounding event for the kids.
Nowadays, there's nothing but crowds of people for role-playing clubs. They don't buy anything from our stores.
This is the main street. Fanatics and geeks lunch at the fast food shops lining the street.
Six with salt, please.
Motohara loves the pedestrian mall.
In many ways, it's tech geek heaven.
What about Ohashi?
I think I'm a fanatic. It's strange to be called a tech geek. It's a sensitive issue.
So what's the difference between a geek and a maniac? Ohashi relaxes with friends at this shop. We ask him why he likes being an overclocker.
When the computer speed exceeds 7 gigahertz, my heart pounds and my hair stands on end. It's really thrilling. I love that feeling.
Others may think what we do make no sense. We don't think too far ahead. We just want to break the world record by 1 second.
At first, I was going to say, we want to break the world record the way some people climb a mountain, because it's there. But I don't think I would have gotten into this if there weren't other people involved. I have friends to compete against and play with. It's because of them I became an overclocker.
A small park behind the back streets. The tech geeks gather with friends and show off their booty.
My family converted to Christianity when I was in the 4th grade.
Motohara was the only child of a businessman. His family was dysfunctional. To try to solve his problems, he converted to Christianity.
My parents were fighting, and I felt I had to do something about it. So I made my own decision. I went to a monastery.
He decided to enter a monastery. By reading the Bible and praying to God, he was able to achieve a peaceful soul. But he was kicked out of the monastery the summer of his 17th year.
I lost all hope for the future and my reason to keep living. I kept thinking about dying. Then, by chance, I found this print, Blue Angel.
This is an original cartoon print called Blue Angel.
I felt it was telling me I shouldn't die. This angel is a source of strength and happiness for me and enables me to live each day. She is the image of pure love I carry with me. I've decided to live my life based on pure love.
Here's a maid cafe with an endless stream of customers. The maids take turns eating lunch in the kitchen.
I like computer games, but I grew up in the countryside and couldn't come to Akihabara by myself. I thought Tokyo was a scary place.
Miss Ichika grew up in a small village on the coast of Japan. She was a quiet girl in school.
I didn't have friends, and I wasn't good at approaching people or speaking up. I was too shy to talk to people.
She got hooked on the game because it had interpersonal relationships that were missing in her real life.
Other computer games up till then basically didn't have any human contact or interpersonal relationships, but this one has regular interpersonal relationships.
She came to Tokyo to attend the university. Being separated from her family only increased her loneliness. It was then she went to a maid cafe as a customer.
It was evening when I went, and I enjoyed how warm the interaction was between the maids and myself. I liked the connection between the people. I was studying a book when the customer at the next table asked me what I was reading. I thought it was great that even the customers were so friendly.
Her reasons for working here start to become evident. 2 p.m. and Shimayama's mother is at the radio center. Mother and son run the store. The mother takes charge while Koichi goes out for lunch. Koichi is a college graduate and worked for a regular company. He hated taking over the family business.
It's a really small store, and I didn't think I could work in such a tiny place.
When his father passed away suddenly, he reluctantly took over the business. In doing so, he found the work much more rewarding than he had imagined it might be.
Young kids would come to buy things at the store and be so happy when I would fix something for them that wouldn't work. Seeing their smiling faces makes me very happy.
He also takes short walks. Moments when he is freed from the cramped shop are very precious to him.
You probably don't know that there used to be a marketplace here. It's all changed so much.
The town changed dramatically with Tokyo's 2005 redevelopment project. In March, the Dai building will open, and the Akihabara Crossfield, a joint project between a university and industry to establish a research center, will begin. Seno originated the project. Akihabara Crossfield will be an advanced technological theme park created through the joint efforts of education and industry. It will harvest the technology in Akihabara to build on the world image of Akihabara as Electric Town.
The focus is cutting-edge technology. With Akihabara Crossfield and the use of cutting-edge technology, we hope to attract an international crowd who will enjoy and benefit from it.
Some worry that with this extensive redevelopment, the town will lose its uniqueness.
I've heard arguments in favor of making the town more women and family-friendly, but that would make Akihabara just like every other town, so I just can't agree. This type of beautiful building is fine for this location, but if the whole area were full of these types of buildings, no one would come. The town's autonomy can be traced to the free-spirited energy and creativity of its citizens. But that autonomy eventually self-destructs when left to its citizens. Now is the time for a new guide, but there cannot be any type of restriction put into place. I feel Akihabara is poised for the next stage of development and must find a balance. Yes, it's a delicate situation.
Two different areas face off across a narrow street. How will the town change with the proposed development? Last year, Morikawa recreated Akihabara at the Biennale di Venezia Expo. His model highlighted how his personal hobby has brought about a change in the town.
One thing that might happen is that both sides will feel that the comfort level has worsened. And as a result, the tech geeks will feel alienated from Akihabara. Another possibility, that a recommendation be made that office space in the IT center building become available to tech geek-related businesses, and that the large glass windows be used for pretty young girl anime advertising.
これがもう一つの可能性として考えられます。どれが一番確率が高いと？まだわからない。
We don't know yet. A decision should be made in a year or two.
The back streets of Akihabara. Dragon Knight doesn't walk down the streets unless he can see a clear path ahead. A small shop behind an alley. He weaves through, surrounded by activity and noise. He first came to this town with his father.
My father was an amateur ham radio operator at the time and went into a radio store and told me to wait by the entrance because I got in the way.
As a young boy, he became engrossed in computer games. His father, worried about this activity, often took the games away from him. His love for the forbidden games became an inspiration for his later work.
There were times when I couldn't play with friends because I didn't have any games. One day we'd all be playing happily, then when video games started coming in, I was shut out. When I look back on those experiences now, they seem frightening to me. I'd say, let's play, and my friends would say, we don't want to play with you.
The normal daily stuff and interpersonal relationships can suddenly change because of some small misunderstanding. This game is popular because it taps into the underlying fears of the players. 4 p.m. Akihabara's neon shines brightly. Ohashi heads home to break the world record.
My wife's at work, so I have the place to myself.
Dragon Knight returns to work. Miss Ichika's maid cafe, as usual, is busy. Motohara is...
Where are you?
Waiting for someone.
Karaoke? Okay.
Shimayama's store fills with customers shopping with their families.
He's doing a bean electricity experiment in third grade science class.
You use this socket, this bulb, and this electric box.
A lone boy walks through the store. He seems knowledgeable.
Yes. He's a regular customer.
He rushes to the train station, heading home to assemble his mysterious gadget. "5 p.m. One last sales push by the stores. The parts shop under the elevated railway is already closed.
Another day is ended. Because Akihabara originally started as a town selling electronic parts, I want to continue selling parts, one piece at a time, for as long as I possibly can.
Will these small shops continue to sell parts as they have in the past? Motohara and Nozaki. Nozaki is a tech geek, but is now an aspiring musician. They're headed towards a karaoke pub on a back street. They're going not to sing, but to talk. Motohara wants to create an anime girl game like Dragon Knights.
A heroine that's delicate and soft. And I want you to compose the music.
Motohara's dream is buoyed by his friends in this town and his experience with the Blue Angel.
Through my creation, my dream is also to help out those who may be going through rough times. I have someone specific in mind. I'm even looking for a real live girlfriend. The dreams I get from the two-dimensional anime world give me the strength to get through real life.
Motohara is on his way to making his dream come true. This is Ohashi's house. The battle for the world record has begun. Today's challenger is the graphics department. How much of the specified computer graphics will they be able to display in the shortest amount of time? This is the first time the department has attempted to challenge the world record. The liquid nitrogen tank is full.
The power's on. Thought it was running. But it's not. Connections are disconnected.
But the computer won't start up.
Hey, it worked. Have to use liquid nitrogen. Oh, okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, man. Oh, God.
This is Ohashi, who married this year at the age of 35. His wife is a violinist. What does she think of him being an overclocker?
What is this? I asked him, what is this? But I didn't tell him to give up his hobby.
Apparently, it is possible to continue being an overclocker after you get married. Dragon Knight's family has gathered at his workplace. His younger brother is in charge of game programming. Even though their games have been successful, the entire family is involved in everything, from manufacturing to sales, instead of relying on major manufacturers. The father who once banned games is in charge of background research.
For one game, I had to research and chart volcanic gas composition. And for another, I had to figure out how much gas was needed to blow up a classroom.
I read the internet for player reaction, collect and sort the negative responses to give to my son. I am in charge of information gathering.
New family bonds have been forged as a result of these games. This game is full of unknowns.
As creators, what are we trying to suggest in our games? Players are free to basically choose the direction of the game. Communication may also be an aspect that players enjoy. Maybe communication will become the hot commodity of this game.
The creator offers the mystery, and the players interact with the game, creating a kind of communication. In Akihabara, new bonds are forged because of the game. After 8 p.m., the larger stores in Electric Town are closed. The town may be going to bed, but Miss Ichika's maid cafe is still going strong. Even if she graduates and finds employment, she wants to continue working as a maid for as long as she can.
I want to continue working at this job with pride.
Her job has given her a sense of deep inner satisfaction.
Keep coming back and you'll understand. I recognize your face now. Please keep coming back. You'll surely understand. Even the reason why I want to live here.
She wants to live here. The town of Akihabara has become a place she can call home. A store on the outskirts of the town catches our attention. It looks like they only sell junk.
There are very few of these black telephones. But I don't know whether this one works or not. As for treasures, this pre-Sony tape recorder is labeled Tokyo Tsushin Kogyo. If you don't know the value of something, it may look like junk, but actually there are good and valuable things to be found.
To those who don't understand, it may look like trash, but for those in the know, it's treasure. We finally solved the mystery of what is this town. With mass production and mass consumerism, an abundance of goods have become widely available. Perhaps the key to the future remains hidden in the unknown. In this town, there may still be many things we don't know or understand that are only waiting to come to the forefront. December 31st. The year is drawing to a close. Oh, there's still one mystery left. Let's turn back the clock a bit. Do you remember this young boy? Mitsutaka Matsuzawa, the young boy who was at the parts store under the elevated railway. So far, he's built an engine and an amplifier. What are the two of them going to build? Quietly, their fingers assemble the small parts. They're quite good at soldering, too. It looks like they're done. They've made a small neon sign. It's true. Computers and space stations are all made from small parts. Akihabara shines because of all the small things, its uniqueness, and the small dreams of each and every person who gathers here.